The light, the light. I can see the light. To study or watch movies and listen to music. So this is me trying to learn some Japanese. All this time while I'm doing my homework, something that has always been important to me is a good lamp, a good light. And I have heard some theories about how the type of light affects our performance when we're doing something. For example, I have heard that the white light helps us to concentrate and promotes activity. The yellow light brings warmth. Maybe it's more when we want to relax or something like that. So you feel good while reading a book. And the blue light, and it says that it doesn't make us sleepy. The theory says that we need a cold light if we don't want to fall asleep. So if you are going to stay awake, you should use a blue lamp. I don't know how true is this, but if you want to try it, you should investigate more about this because it sounds so interesting. I have these lamps that I have seen in many videos about Japan. So those are my first kanjis 4 or 5 years ago. I'm afraid that it has another meaning because I may have drawn something incorrectly, but even though I don't remember what it means that I wrote there, I think it looks great and I like the way it looks. But now they got teary and I don't know how to clean it. I don't know whether to change the paper or not. So I decided to remove them but modify them. Now I am redoing or remaking them, I don't know how to say it, with the idea of being able to change the paper easily when it gets so teary. So I started making these cubes. But if you want to know how it's made, in case you want to make your own lamps, first we need to form the cubes. We need also a space to make perfect squares. Then we are going to put them together like this. Oh, and I forgot to say my name. I am Fernando Ronaldo Carrillo Jimenez, but you can call me Fernando RCJ. And I'm making these lamps to have better lighting when I'm studying, dance, sing, cry, and run. I'm just kidding. I always need different types of lights when I'm doing different things or when I'm in a different mood. Sometimes I'm very thoughtful and I need a dark space or a green space. Sometimes I'm studying something and I need a good light. That's why these lamps are so useful to me. So to make these lamps, I use these wooden sticks and I use the same ones that I had in my previous lamps. So we need these sticks of this size and glue them in this way. So in that way, is it possible to put and take out the papers of different colors? I think we could even put images and photos of your family, friends, or your favorite artists or singers instead of these colors of papers. Make your lamps when you have time. And in my case, I was watching Emily Dickinson's series while I was doing this. So that series has many chapters. So it's good when you're doing some things like this. So this is the time to say goodbye to my first kanjis. I will never forget them. They will be always the first kanjis in my life. I just hope that they're not the last one. I'm just kidding. For me, doing something for a long time like these lamps shouldn't be boring because you can be listening to music, watching movies, but always be careful to not burn yourself. So this is what I always do when I'm doing my homework. Listen to music or even I listen to a series or a movie. I know it can take more time to be doing two things at the same time, but only like that I can spend hours doing homework and not to be bored. But even sometimes I can't concentrate and I really need to be in a quiet space like my study room. So it all depends on how I feel. So to make these lamps you can use other materials that you have in your house. If you think it could be better or easier to do it with other materials, because these are only the materials that I found where I live, and now we almost have our 3 cubes ready. My family, when they see what I do, sometimes ask me to do the same thing for them, but as you can see it takes time, and if my favorite series ends I won't be able to work anymore. Just kidding. So we finally have our 3 cubes. Now we just need colored paper to put on the lamps. I'm using this material and this color. Then I see what I put there. Here we have some holes that I made when I lost the key, and just like that I was able to open this, so don't be like me. Don't lose your key. Here I have other materials of other colors that I recycled and used and those are color papers that I used all this time when I was studying, and finally now I can use them again. For that reason there are some written words on the papers, so sorry for that. So we made these lamps with my father. This was a homework in school 6 years ago, I think. Then I wanted to make it like a tree or a palm tree, but I don't know if you think that it looks like a palm tree. But I also put different colors like this. This was a palm that I cut in half, so in that way I can have other colors. And my father always helped me with the technical or the electrical part because I don't know anything about that. I don't know if you have seen in my other videos, but I like different colored lights when I'm studying, reading, watching a movie, or listen to music, or doing nothing in my room. So if you don't have many money like me, or if you don't want to spend money, you can make your own lamps like this. So I put this thing on it, so in that way our eyes don't hurt when we are watching the light and when we see it. And so now I can change the colors of my lamps, because I always like different colors to the lights when I'm doing different things. I always like low lights when I'm not doing anything, but sometimes I feel like I need to see well in bright light, so I can modify it like this if I want other type of lighting space. And I like yellow tones when it rains or it's cold outside, but now I feel like I like more green colors when I watch a movie or even when I'm trying to study something. But also I think that a red color when I'm watching a horror movie would be great, but it will be a little bit scary. But I will see if I put that color someday in my lights. Then we need to hang or stick it to the ceiling carefully, and better if you have your light off. I don't know why I didn't put it off. I didn't turn it off there. Imagine electrocuting myself with the light because the bulb was hot. So it can be dangerous, so don't be like me again. And I also have these Christmas lights that I use in this way. These are perfect when we listen to music or watch a concert, you know. So suddenly I had this idea, and that's why I made these cubes with these wooden sticks. So in that way I can change the paper in different colors wherever I want. I like now colors like green or the light blue. It makes me feel good when I'm doing something. I think all this also depends on what color do you like, because I can feel so calm and relaxed with my favorite color, but maybe you don't like this color. For that reason, choose the color that you like the most. And now my job is done. So what type of lamps do you use? Do you think that a specific color helps us with our productivity or when we are doing something? And what color do you prefer and makes you feel well? I use this light usually with music, and it makes me love more and more music in different languages. Then we can put other colors like yellow that we can use when it's a cold day or when we watch a romantic movie or when we are reading something. I'm sorry, but the truth is that I hardly read books, so don't be like me. Then we have this color green. I feel that it makes me feel close to nature. Maybe I can use it when I watch Animal Planet or a movie related to nature, or listen to Aurora music, because her songs, it makes you feel like you love nature and something like that. But even if it looks good, sometimes we just need a clear light or a bright light most of the time, so we can put these papers but with these figures. Or even images and photos. Those are my photos when I was little. Or if you like pop music, K-pop, J-pop, you can put photos, names, autographs of your favorite artist. So it's up to you. That's it.